Hey guys, what's up? Here, doing a deck tech. This is completely proxied, as if you couldn't tell.
No, this is just running 60 lands plus Sharpie equal win.
Alright, this is a deck tech for Sneak and Show. I don't have the money to go spend on Sneak and Show right now, so I'm just gonna use proxies. Basically, Sneak and Show is using the cards Sneak Attack and wherever the Show and Tell is.
Ready.
Show and Tell's over here. Basically, the thing you're trying to do, trying to get either a Gristlebrand or an Emrakul of the Aeon's Torn. Both crazy creatures. Show and Tell, you cast that, lets both players put a permanent from their hand into play. So, play this for 3 mana, play an Emrakul. You have an Emrakul on possibly turn 1. Because, then we... Get out of here. Sneak Attack is an enchantment where we can pay a red and sneak in a creature for free, and it gets haste, we sack it at end of turn. That's how we win, basically. To help us get there, we have some brainstorms, we have some ponders, and to help us just prolong the game, we have a place of the Force of Wills, we have 2 days, we have 3 Spell Pierce, and 3 Misdirection, which this card, I find myself mainly using it just to pitch the Force of Will. Basically, if you're not aware of what these cards are, Force of Will, it's a counter spell where instead of paying the mana cost, you can exile a blue card and pay a life. Misdirection is the same thing, except instead of paying a life, except you don't pay a life, and it just redirects the target of a spell. Daze is a counter spell unless they pay 1, and instead of paying the mana cost, you can just return an island to your hand. And Spell Pierce is just a blue for counter spell unless they pay 2. We also have 1 Preordained down here for another cantrip. Mana base, we have 3 Ancient Tomb. You can tap that, deal 2 damage to yourself, and net 2 colorless mana. We have a place of Scalding Tarns, 3 basic islands to play around Wasteland, 3 Misty Rainforests, 3 Volcanic Island, a basic mountain, and 4 Lotus Petals. I'm going to count that as the mana base. Besides that, the decks... Oh, we also have 2 City of Traders, and that is, you can add 2 colorless mana, and if you play a land, then you sacrifice City of Traders. The deck is pretty simplistic. Your goal pretty much, just show and tell or sneak attack as early as you can, get out a big guy, and either draw a bunch of cards with Gristlebrand or just win with Emrakul.
Absolutely giant creatures for minimal mana.
It's actually possible to turn 1 with this deck also.
Which is
Because what you can do is if you have an opening hand of either Ancient Tomb or City of Traders, Lotus Petal, Show and Tell, and preferably Gristlebrand, you can actually play your land, play a Lotus Petal, sacrifice a Lotus Petal for a blue, add 2 colorless, Show and Tell on turn 1.
Which is lit.
Alright, that's really it. The deck's pretty basic. I'm gonna take you into a solo playthrough.
And we will catch you.
And we'll see you there.
Alright, we'll catch you in a few
Alright,
minutes.
back to the playthrough. Opening hand, you can't really tell. We have Emrakul, we have Gristlebrand, Misdirection, Basic Island, Volcanic Island, Daze, Force of Will. It's a pretty solid hand. We have Daze to help counter some early stuff, we have Force of Will, and Misdirection to pitch the Force of Will. We have 2 things we want to hit, and we have lands. So I said it's pretty solid. Like most decks, you want this deck on the play. Unlike Dredge, that we just did a deck tech on, which you should watch. We're going to just play an island for turn. We'll pass. We play an island. That way we can bounce it back with Daze if we need to. You could also bounce back Volcanic Island, I suppose. But anyways, draw our card. Draw a Repetitive Gristlebrand. It's a pretty bad draw, actually. We just play our Volcanic Island. We pass the turn. Draw again. We have a Brainstorm. It's not awful. We'll play our Brainstorm. We'll draw our 3 cards. We draw into a Sneak Attack, a Spell Pierce, and another Sneak Attack. Oh, I wish we had a way to shuffle away these guys, but that's alright. I say we can probably just put back a Sneak Attack. We can probably just put back both Sneak Attacks. We're not going to be using them yet. Gonna come back. We still have all this stuff to help us through this little struggle. We can counter some things if we have to. Now we're just going to draw this. We're going to be at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have to go to discard. We have another sneak attack coming up, so it'll be fine. We'll draw that. We're at 8 again. We'll just we'll pitch a repetitive Gristlebrand because having 2 is pointless. Draw again. Man, our draws have been awful during this playthrough. Play our Brainstorm. Hopefully draw into something good. Draw into a land, a Lotus Petal, and a sneak attack. Here we go. Now we can do stuff. Alright, I'll be fine putting a sneak attack back on top, and I'll be fine putting this misdirection back on top. Now we can play our Volcanic Island and our Lotus Petal. We'll call that the turn, come back. We're going to have a misdirection again. Now we can sacrifice our Lotus Petal, tap all our stuff, play our sneak attack, pass the turn, come back. Now we start doing some stuff. We'll draw that. Now we're going to pay for a red. We're going to use sneak attack. We'll sneak attack Grizzlebrand. Pay for a red. Sneak attack Emrakul. Swing with everything. And that's the gist of the deck.
Pretty basic. Get big creatures out, murder.
This deck that was just bad draws. This deck usually can do this about turn 3.
It can do a turn 1.
Can turn 1. Take some specific cards, but can turn 1. Usually aims for turn 2 or 3. But, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that was the deck tech, and we'll leave a link and stuff so you can go watch some of our other deck techs. We'll put a link to the playlist, and we'll put a link to the versus video where we have Sneak and Chill versus Manaless Dredge. Think that'll be a fun matchup.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
And we'll see you guys later.
See you guys later. If you've got any questions about any of our deck techs, go ahead and send us a message on YouTube. We'll see you guys later.